Greetings and salutations, viewers. Welcome to ConnectiCon 2018. I am Charles from Inspire the Muse, coming to you today to talk with Erika Kuta Marler.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for taking some time out to talk to us.
Yeah, not a problem. ConnectiCon is one of my favorite shows. I think this is the second year I've been here, and they have always been the best host and the best show. I absolutely adore it here.
This is easily our 10th or so, maybe 11th at this point.
Cool.
This is our home convention. So.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm actually based all the way out in Utah, of all places.
A little bit of a haul to get here.
A little bit of a haul. Weather's a little bit different in a good way. I guess it was like 100 and something.
A few weeks ago, like 90% humidity.
Yeah, it was not fun times.
We were hoping to learn a bit about your book called Eden's Outcast.
Okay, so this is the book. Eden's Outcast is basically like Tomb Raider meets Supernatural, the television show. You follow the youngest kid of Adam and Eve, who is immortal. When she dies, if she hasn't written down her memories, she won't remember them. The reason her journal is able to preserve them is leather. They're bound in dragon skin. That has this magical property that keeps them from falling apart.
Convenient and helpful.
Very much so. However, modern America, we're a little short on dragons, and she's running low on pages, and she's completely out of dragon leather. So the crux of the book is trying to figure out what to do about that situation. She gets this human buddy named John who works at a plasma center. They meet after a mythological creature causes a whole bunch of trouble with the donors, and chaos ensues.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, and everything from crazy fairy tenants to strange ex-boyfriends, all sorts of fun stuff pops up in the book.
Very cool. Would you be able to talk a bit about your creative process in bringing this type of story to life?
Yeah, so I am incredibly passionate about mythology, fantasy, and folklore. The first time I came to Hartford, actually, I was like, where am I? And I just started walking and just looked at the different local historical stuff. Mark Twain's house is just down the road. The first public telephone ever in the U.S. was here in Hartford. And I pick up random factoids like that, and I'm just kind of like, I also love to tell a fun adventure story. And I'm like, what do I do with all of these cool little bits of information I have? And they all just kind of started working into the piece. I've had the idea for a character like this for years and years. And then actual developmental process, world building, started about 6 years ago. And then to actually write the book took me about a year. So it is a first novel. I was learning, everyone has their own writing style.
Yep.
For example, Kevin J. Anderson will do mass amounts of world building and like get sorted and structure, and this is how he does it. Then Brandon Sanderson is in a similar boat where he has I don't think it's online, but he has a Wikipedia or Word or something where he keeps all of his information about his world. Then there's other authors like Robin Hobb who a scene comes to them, they write it down, and then they build off of that. For me, I'm a bit of a mix of both, but I had to figure that out. So initially I just wrote the cool scenes that were in my head. I'm like, okay, I totally want a situation where a character has to eat their own brains. How do I work that into a story? That was some of the initial stuff on this. And what I found is that if I build a loose structure, okay, I want this, this, and this to happen, and then I don't know what my characters are going to do, but I know that these are the points they're going to get to. That's what works for me.
Very cool. For our listeners and viewers out there, where can they learn more about this book for purchase?
Okay. Right now, the physical copies, these ones, they're only available at Bard's Tower for the first 6 months. So they're at the comic conventions at appearances I make. After that, they will be available on Amazon. Now, the ebook is available on Amazon.com under my author page, Kuta Marler, and that's where you can get hold of it.
I highly encourage our viewers out there to go check it out, purchase a copy, and after having done so, post a review online on Amazon, Goodreads, all those good places.
If you read something and love it, it's the best way to support an author. Like, sharing and telling your friends, hey, I read this. This was actually pretty cool. It
Or
makes all
this
the difference.
gutted my soul. You have to read it.
Yeah. How dare you? My day job behind the scenes is actually working with Bard's Tower and the different authors, and some of my favorite moments are when readers will come up to an author and go, I hate you, you made me cry.
Now give me the next book in the series.
Yeah, well, there's the next one. Mercedes Lackey was with us in Phoenix, and that sweet woman had so many wonderful fans come up, and there was one girl, and I was standing there talking with Missy, and this girl grabs my arm and goes, is that Mercedes Lackey? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, and Mercedes goes, hi dear, how are you? And then she looks at me and goes, Mercedes Lackey is talking to me. And those moments are probably my favorite, because Bard's Tower is all about getting the readers an opportunity to talk with the authors and introduce you to new stuff. Like, I'm with the book, I'm relatively unknown. Nobody knows who I am, and that's totally cool at the moment. But if you are a fan of some of the other authors and my book's similar, then you get a chance to read something new, find something awesome.
There's always great new stories out there to experience, which is where these reviews help raise the visibility and let other people enjoy these stories too.
Yeah.
So go out there, purchase, review, enjoy. And as always, viewers, until next time, go be creative. Go read some books.